Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much, Jacqueline. It's an honor to be celebrating the Latino Community Foundation's quinceañera with all of you. This is the first time that I am thanking people for staying home instead of for coming out. So thank you for being safe. I know the past few months have been devastating for our community and the world, but there's also demonstration about how ready and willing we are to step up and help each other in times of great need. And tonight we celebrate the solidarity and strength and love that is still alive in our familia Latina. So for every indignity we suffer, we respond with optimism and action and setting an example for our children and making our ancestors proud. You know, this current crisis has worsened the pre-existing inequalities that our community faces in our country. For most of my life, I've fought to address these inequalities and try to fix them. And like many of you, I started small, whether in my entertainment career or in my activism. I've always been drawn to work that allows me to connect with and celebrate my community. And as you all know, Latinos are the largest minority group in the country. And in the current political climate, one of the groups facing the most discrimination. 1/4 of Latinas live below the poverty line, and more than half are very low income. Latinas are also the least likely of all women to complete a college degree, and that's due to so many reasons. And so I started the Eva Longoria Foundation with the idea that we can narrow the economic gaps and opportunity gaps that exist for Latinas. And we do it through education and entrepreneurship programs. And today, the Eva Longoria Foundation has reached more than 26,000 girls and women and families in the US and in Mexico with culturally relevant programs that help Latinas reach their full potential. And I'm very proud of our work with Latina entrepreneurs who, I'd like to point out, start businesses at 6 times the national rate. Latinas are the CEOs of their businesses and of their families. And so by empowering them through the Eva Longoria Foundation, we're catalyzing their hard work to grow their businesses, not only to keep their families and their children fed and housed, but to allow them to thrive and to dream big. And I'm really excited because my foundation has provided more than $2 million in microloans to more than 200 entrepreneurs whose small businesses have in turn created or retained nearly 700 local jobs. And that's something to be proud of. But my foundation is just one of many Latinx-led organizations lifting our community up, doing amazing work. Even before the pandemic, the Latino Community Foundation was critical in fighting for Latino equality and representation. LCF has built a movement of civically engaged Latinos across California to do very important work in our communities day in and day out. And they've activated their network in so many critical moments, like during the family separation and border crisis and the fires at Camp and Woosley fires. So they're always activating, they're there. And now as 65% of Latino families across the country have lost their jobs or have seen their incomes reduced as a result of the pandemic, our work is more necessary than ever. And if we want a strong, equitable recovery plan that serves Latinos in California and across the country, we can't wait for someone else to dream it up. We have to take action. We have to be the ones to do it. And that's why I am so thrilled to announce a new partnership between the Eva Longoria Foundation and the Latino Community Foundation to serve Latina entrepreneurs in Los Angeles and California's Central Valley who have been impacted by the pandemic. So our goal is not only to help them weather this current storm, but to build the economic resiliency of their businesses, of their families, and of their communities. You know, in the Central Valley, Latinos are the largest demographic living in poverty. So we want to provide Latina entrepreneurs with business and marketing training to help them adapt their products and services to the new transformed Corona era marketplace. We also want to help entrepreneurs apply for federal and local relief funds and ensure that they have the legal business structure in place so they're eligible for many types of assistance already out there. So any entrepreneurs who need help formalizing their businesses will receive free legal services through the University of California, Berkeley. That's amazing. And in Los Angeles, I want to tell you 29% of the population gets all or part of their income from small businesses. And while responses in LA have prioritized small businesses and supporting small businesses, the programs available aren't really accessible to the smaller scale micro businesses. So this includes many street vendors, which many of whom are Latinas, and they generate more than $500 million in revenue for the city each year while operating on very, very, very small margins. So in partnership with the Latino Community Foundation, we are going to make sure that these entrepreneurs can turn to us for help. So we're going to be providing one-on-one business coaching and direct cash grants to Latina street vendors and other Latina entrepreneurs in the hardest hit Los Angeles communities to ensure their businesses survive these unprecedented economic times. And we are so grateful for LCF's partnership in this work. They have always been a leader in supporting Latinx-led organizations that really understand and listen to the needs of our community. And there's no one I'd rather continue this honorable struggle with than y'all. So we will rise to this new challenge together. I have faith because Latinas are at the forefront, Latinas are at the lead, and we're going to be supporting you all the way. Thank you.